Hello there, this is PG of PG's Lumacy. In this tutorial, we will be making a poinsettia, or the Christmas flower. The colors that I will be using for this project will be red, green, and gold. These are original Rainbow Loom bands. And if you cannot find the gold bands, you could use yellow or neon orange. The Rainbow Loom will be in its standard offset configuration, which means the pins are staggered. And I will be placing the bands from the top, going to the bottom, and the arrow will be pointing towards me. Let us start making our poinsettia. The first step is to make a chain of red bands on the left pins on the loom. We are using single bands. So starting from the topmost left pins, we just place our bands one after the other all the way to the bottom. This poinsettia will have 5 petals. Now let us place the bands for the first petal, and we will start with this pin that is second from the top on the left. We place a band on that pin and on the center pin in a diagonal. And from this center pin to the right, also in a diagonal. Now we go to this pin on the left and place a band from that pin to the center pin, also in a diagonal, and then from the center to the right in a diagonal, and we will form a triangle in our layout. Now let us cap this petal bands with a single band wrapped 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we place a double loop band on these center pins. We stretch a band and then fold it to itself and then place it on the pins on the center. That is the pattern for the petal. Now let us make another petal from the left to the center in a diagonal, from the center to the right in a diagonal, from the left to the center in a diagonal, and then from the center to the right in a diagonal. And then we cap 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we place a double loop band. Twist it, fold it to itself, and it forms a double looped band. Now let us do 3 more petals. So this is how the layout will look like after you have placed the vertical bands on the left side and the petals as seen on the screen. Now let us make the pieces that will form the middle of the flower. And we will need 3 of these pieces. We use a gold band and we will loop that gold band 4 times on this pin. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we will get a green band into those loops and give it a good stretch without breaking it so it will be more manageable. So insert your hook into the loops and then get the green band onto those loops. Okay. And you will tie a simple knot. And then get the entire pair of the loom. Now you will have this. Okay, let me place it here. It is a looped gold band tied at the center of the green band. You are not doing this where it is tied to the end of the green band, but it is tied in the middle of the green band. That is one of the pieces. Let us do 2 more of these. Okay, so now we have 3 of the pieces for the middles, and we're going to place them on this pin, and this pin. Okay, so this is now the final layout for the bands. You might want to pause the video and compare your work with the one you see on the screen. Let us start looping the bands by looping the petal bands. And we will be looping from the right going to the left. And we will first loop the band that is on top. And in my case, it would be this band. So I grab it from underneath the cap band, and then I loop it to this pin on the center. And then I go for this band. I loop it to this center pin. Now I grab this band and loop it to the left pin. And I grab this band and I loop it to this left pin. So that is the looping for the petals for this flower. Now let us do it one more time at a normal speed. We're going for this band. And then we're going for this band. And then this one. And then that one. Now let us do the 3 other petals. And this is how the layout will look like after you have looped the petals. Now let us loop the vertical bands on the left side. You will not loop this bottom band, you will just hold on to it, but you will loop the band next to it. You grab it from this pin and then loop it to the forward pin. And then just loop the bands one after the next all the way to the top. And this is now the layout with the vertical bands on the left side being looped. Now we are ready to pull the entire piece off the loom. And just to make it easier for us, let us start by getting these cap bands off the loom. Okay, and now from the top, you just get the whole piece off the loom. Okay. This would be a good time to stretch out the pieces. And now to form the flower, here is what we want to happen. We want to use these loops that are on my hook to be connected with these loops that are on the other end of the piece. And what we do is to first let go of one of the loops on the hook, like so, and then grab the loops that I wanted to connect them to, and then take back the loop that I let go of. And then I pull that last loop all the way into the loops that I am connecting it with. And that secures both ends of the piece. And now I grab a C-clip and I secure these bands with my C-clip. And so that that closes the loop. And then we get this. In order to bunch up the middle portions of the flower, I grab another green band and I tie that middle portion with a double loop, so the middles will be bunched up together. And this band that we did not loop, that was in the bottom of the loom, you can use it as the handle for your or hanger for your piece. So I go into the closest cap band on one of the petals, and then I grab that unlooped band and pull it out, and it becomes my hanger for the piece. Okay, so I stretch out the piece to show the shape, fine-tune the shape. There they are, poinsettias made on the Rainbow Loom. You can make them in any color that you like and use them as charms for the holidays.